What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing to Google's Android tablet savior. This is the just announced Nexus 7, made by Asus. This guy is rocking NVIDIA's quad-core Tegra 3, got a 7-inch display with a 1280 by 800 resolution, a gig of RAM, and a lot of hope and a lot of hype. Let's go ahead, open this box up, dig in, and see what it looks like. Alright, so here we've got the box with the Nexus branding. Kind of cool, they made the bezel look like a 7. Nexus 7 on the side, on the back, made for Google Play, full-fledged Android tablet, and pure Google. Nexus 7 features a powerful quad-core processor, front-facing camera, and vivid 7-inch HD display so you can play your favorite games, video chat, and watch videos in stunning clarity. Let's go ahead and slide off the sheath, and we've got a black box. Google bestowed the 8GB version on us, which will retail for $199 and ship sometime in the middle of July. If you want to pick up a 16GB version, it's going to set you back about an extra $50 at $249. Go ahead and open this up. There's another sneaky piece of tape on the side. I have not seen one of these yet in person, haven't held one. This is one of the devices that was given out to attendees at Google I/O. Open. There we go. All right, so there is the tablet sitting nicely in its little sheath there. It is running and will ship with Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Wow, it feels extremely light. We've got a version in white, which I believe was only made available to Google I/O attendees. Black should be what initially ships at retail. Push it off to the side for just a moment. See what else we're going to have in the box. All right, in box number 1, we have books, warranty information. We have a syncing cable, and that is the micro USB variety, so pretty standard. I'm guessing we've got a wall charger, and that's exactly what we have. Asus branded wall charger with that USB port. And that looks to be about it, and that's all we have in the box. All right, let's take a look at the reason everybody is here. This is the Nexus 7. Pull off all the plastic. It's a very satisfying noise when you open up new electronics. Get that plastic whooshy sound. So on first blush, this back looks to be kind of shiny plastic. It actually has sort of a soft touch feel to it. Big Nexus logo, a little smaller Asus branding right there. From a dimension standpoint, 7.8 inches by 4.7 inches by a pretty thin 0.4 inches. And this whole thing weighs 11.9 ounces. Let me go ahead and see if I can find a power button and turn it on while we're talking. There we go, lives right there on the right-hand side. This display, which is now booting up for us, is 7 inches, has a resolution of 1280 by 800. That's an HD display. That's a 216 ppi, in case you're doing the math at home. It is a backlit IPS display. Take a look at the Jelly Bean launch sequence here. Battery, it's a 4,325 milliamp affair, giving you about 8 hours of usage. It's a Tegra 3 processor, so it's quad-core, clocked at about 1.3 gigahertz. On the front, we have a 1.2 megapixel camera for all your video chatting needs. It also has NFC built in here, so you can do your Android Beam. You're going to get a $25 credit to the Play Store, and Transformers Dark of the Moon going to be in here as well. And there's going to be a cover also available as well. The GPU is a 12-core GPU. What we're not going to have in here, though, is any sort of micro SD storage. Let's take a quick look around the device. On the left-hand side, really nothing except for a noise-canceling microphone port and 4 pins for presumably some sort of dock connector, maybe something in the car or charging. That'll be coming soon. On the right-hand side, we've got power and lock sort of hidden off there, and volume rocker up and down. On the top, nothing. But we do have another noise-canceling microphone. On the bottom, that's where your charge and sync port's going to live, and 3.5mm headset jack. Let me go ahead and run through and do all the startup stuff here. We'll take a real quick look at the home screen of Android 4.1 Jelly Bean on the Nexus 7. Stop it. All right, so here is the new home screen. The first thing you're going to notice is Google Chrome is now the official browser of choice of Android. It is now out of beta. Let's go ahead and take a look at applications. You can see it's going to come standard on here. Mostly usual stuff. We got the new Currents on there, the new YouTube widgets, pretty much the same as ice cream sandwich. Nothing really noticeably different there. Let's go ahead and take a look at settings, and just to show that this is indeed running a newfangled version of Android, go ahead and go down to the bottom, about tablet, and there it is, Android 4.1. It looks like a phone operating system, but the phone and tablet OSs have kind of merged here, so it should be very familiar. I've got the soft touch bottom, buttons at the bottom as well, so no capacitive home buttons or anything. It's all standard Android here now. Go ahead and swipe those things off, similar to what we saw introduced with ice cream sandwich. Pull this down. If I had any notifications, they would show up there, and they would be new fangled fancy notifications. So I'm going to go ahead and use this tablet for a little while, try and use it for at least 3 days, and we'll come back with our full review of the Nexus 7. What do you guys think? Is this the tablet that you've been waiting for at a price point under 200 bucks? It's certainly very competitive. Perhaps its biggest competitor is this guy. This is the Amazon Kindle Fire. And putting these two next to each other, at least front to front, they look very similar. However, you see a big difference when you take them and make a tablet sandwich. The tapered edges here on the Nexus 7 really make it feel thinner, and it certainly feels noticeably lighter than the Kindle Fire. But we're probably only a month or so away from a Kindle Fire 2 debuting, so very interesting to see what Amazon does to compete now with the Nexus 7. Very excited to take a further look at this guy and use it as my daily tablet, get it hooked up to the Nexus Q, and see how everything works. Any questions or things you want to see about this, be sure to leave your comments down below. I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.